Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, well, it's not the full show, but it's a mini show, touchline talk. As you guys can see, I'm alone today. Because, when the days are dark, friends are few. Um, Although I know he would have loved to be here for this one, but for the sake of keeping the show going, I'll be taking on today's like mini show. You all know, we had the second game week of Premier League matches that just passed. I am a Manchester United fan, so I know, especially Peter thought that there wouldn't be something. There is, I'm very, very honest. Um, so let's just, kick things right off. First match of game week two, we had the mighty Reds traveling to Brighton, away fixture, and we lost. Yeah. But obviously, as frustrating as it is to lose, because I feel like we shouldn't be losing to Brighton. Reality is that team, they are our fathers. I think the last six times we've played Brighton, we've lost like five times, which is crazy. Like I don't understand. But thoughts on Saturday's game? I felt like we didn't play too badly. I thought for large parts of the game we actually dominated the game. But the thing that matters the most is the scoreboard. Like we don't really care about stats. What I will say is a little bit frustrating. I do think Ten Hag got the starting 11 wrong. He had an unchanged lineup from the first game. I don't think I personally I want to see us with a number nine. And like yes, our pressing has been much better in this sort of I don't think it's a 4-4-2. Let's just call it a 4-4-2 or maybe a 4-2-2. Our pressing has been much better. The way we initiate the press with Mount and Bruno are like pressing up front has been much better. But going forward, there's always a hole in that number nine position. And I would have liked to see Xerxes start. He didn't. And in all honesty, I don't understand what's happening with Rashford. There's like a moment in the game where he's had clear room to run, cuts back, pass. It seems like he's lacking confidence. On the whole, I wasn't happy with the starting 11, but I definitely wasn't happy with the subs. The in-game management I thought was poor to like, was very poor actually. I mean, it's 1-1. I don't think Maguire should have gone off, even though he was at fault for the first goal. But like, I think there's no point in bringing on a centre back when it's at 1-1. Then to top it off, he takes Bruno off for McTominay, which I also don't understand. We need a goal. Why would you take off literally our most likely source to create a goal? So to me, I didn't understand that. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate with that game. We had two disallowed goals. I mean, rightfully so. So I can't cry too much about it. Rightfully so. But the Joshua Xerxes, the Kanachi goal where Xerxes stood up will live or forever be burned in my head. But overall, I feel like we didn't do too badly. I think there's a massive overreaction from like the fan base, which we knew was gonna happen. There's a lot of people that don't think Ten Hag should be in the job, but it's at some, when will we learn that it's not his fault? Like there's some things it's not like the manager can't help you there. When players are making individual errors, when players are not finishing big chances, that can't be down to the manager. I mean, if you look at the stats, I know we're only just two games in. We've missed the most big chances. We have the most big chances missed. We've got the second highest XG in the league. Tenal can't coach fit like it, it's not Tenal's fault that players are missing. It's not his fault that people are making mistakes defensively. Like in the Brighton game, Maguire shouldn't have let that ball go for the first goal. The second goal, where was Dallo? Three men unmarked at the back post. That is not a coaching issue, like at all. I don't know why the manager is being blamed. But Spurs have to be up. We've got Liverpool next weekend. Spirits have to be up. Can't keep dwelling. It will be a process. Like I still believe, I still trust. No overreaction from my side. Very sensible fan in him. But yeah, that's enough about United. We had Tottenham and Everton. Not much to say there. Just a young walk in the park, 4-0 from Tottenham. Um, I wouldn't say they were scintillating. They just got the job done. Everton also really shit right now. So yeah, we'll do that. West Ham Palace, not the standard game. No, actually, I don't care about these games. Let me be honest with you. I do not care about these games because they mean nothing to me. But what I will say is, Holland is a joke, and that's why I hadn't captained in my FPL league. By the way, guys, for those of you who still haven't joined the FPL League, you can join. You can join. The winner of that FPL League, the Touchline Tacticals, will receive a retro football kit of their choice. Up to $100, not anything more than that. We're not millionaires. But strong week from me. I've recovered. I think I'm now sitting about third in that league. Hopefully, I get to win it, so I don't have to buy anybody a kit. But that is phenomenal. Ipswich actually kind of gave us hope because they took the lead, but that evaporated literally in like a 3 minute spell. I think from like the 12th minute to the 14th minute, City scored 3 goals, and the game was pretty much done after that. But heart kind of goes out to Ipswich. Very, very tough schedule, these opening games. But something tells me they might have enough to stay up the way they play. It all depends what they do once they start playing some easier opposition in the Premier League. But I mean, I still have them to go down, but I'm moved. They actually look to try and play football, which is good. Like it's not anti-football, it's not Brexit ball. I quite like it. So that was the City game. Then Villa Arsenal. Now this is an interesting game. So I didn't manage to watch the whole game in its entirety. I think I missed a few. I think I missed the last maybe 20 minutes of the second half around there. But from what I saw, Villa should have been up. I think Villa should have been up two before Arsenal scored their first goal. But then that's how you know Arsenal sort of have the mark of champions. You find a way to win games you're not supposed to win. It's as simple as that. Like an attack wins game, but a great defense wins titles, and that's what Arsenal have. That back line, the way they defend, is absolutely phenomenal. Envious to a point, because, like I said, Villa really should have scored two, but crazy save from David Raya. Absolutely. Oof, crazy save. Yes, Watkins hit it straight at him, but that save was ridiculous nonetheless. And then there's a chance that Watkins put wide. So maybe if Villa had better finishes, probably a different result. But either way, you can only beat what's in front of you. And Arsenal got the job done. We need to remember the last season. So big steps moving forward. I don't know. Do I think they've got enough to win the title? Don't know. I don't think I'm convinced. I think the up top is still a concern for me. Obviously, I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I don't watch every single Arsenal game, but I'm speaking from what just purely I see. I think they still need like a ruthless striker. I think they still need, yeah, like someone ruthless up top. Like, City have Haaland. And crazy, what's crazy to me is City are off to a flying start. We know they're known for starting slow, and this time they're doing it without Rodri. So your most reliable and consistent player is not even there yet, and they already look this convincing. And don't get me started with Foden not being up to speed and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's City. Um, City and Arsenal. They look like they're gonna be the ones. It's gonna be a two team fight for the league again, which I'm not too mad at. But like I said, don't want Arsenal to win it, but at the same time, I don't want City to go to go 5 times back to back. So yeah, that's that. And then we had the Chelsea Wolves game. Now, this game is like the definition of a roller coaster ride because like at the start, Wolves were really playing some scintillating football. In my head, I was like, Wolves were playing so well, I couldn't wait for the admin tweet because Nani posted something about Wolverhampton being such a shit city, and I thought Wolves might take it, and I couldn't wait for the admin. Then Chelsea found the gear levels. At the same time, you kind of have to find the gear when you've got that many players. They've got a lot of quality players as well. Like they've got the squad. So Palmer turned up massively. A goal in like a hat trick of assists. He's like insane. Noni scored like a hat trick. It's just beautiful. It was just, pub stomping. Once they find their groove, you just never look back. And it looked good. It looked pleasing actually. Their midfielders finally had a good game. I thought Enzo and Saicedo had a good game. Um, yeah. Am I afraid? No. Like I think to a certain degree, because of the squad that they have, this is what people should expect from Chelsea. But like, I think also manage expectations need to be managed still because it's a new manager, new project. And to let the manager like bed in his philosophy, but they have the players to do it, so can't really complain. Then the final game was Liverpool. What do we think of Liverpool? Shit. I'm I'm joking. I'm just not a big Liverpool fan. I mean, they did get the job down 2-0. Nothing much to say about Liverpool really, but that is quite literally the breakdown for the week from me. Looking forward to the next round of Premier League fixtures. Um, yeah, and for me, I think player of the week, I'll just give it to Nani because he scored a hat trick. And from the games I watched, I don't even know who I could pick a worst player of the week. So I'm not going to. There are like so many. You could throw some United players in there. There were some United players that were shocking, and like I just hope going into the Liverpool game, I hope Ten Hag is brave. I hope he just picks like a team that's good enough, in my opinion. I hope he's brave because honestly speaking, right, I think there's some of those big players that just need to get benched. And like I would not be upset if Rashford got benched. I wouldn't be. But looking forward onto next week's fixtures, we got Arsenal Brighton. I think Arsenal should come away with a win there. Arsenal are strong. I think the thing that sets Arsenal apart is the fact that the defense is so impenetrable. It is hard to put goals past Arsenal. Most of the time, they literally just need one goal and they can win the match. That's how good the defense is. So I'm picking Arsenal to win that one. Are there any other interesting matches? Obviously, West Ham City, picking City all day. Can't pick against my FPL captain. Crystal Palace Chelsea. Now, I know Chelsea are going to win this match, but I'd really love it if they lost. Just, a young, just so I can talk shit to like my co-host. I really love it if they lost. Newcastle Tottenham will be a good game. I think Tottenham might edge it. Newcastle don't look completely convincing, but then again, it's just been 2 games. I think I think we'll really know how teams are settling in maybe a couple of weeks from now, especially after the international break. But for now, it still kind of feels pre-seasony. Game week 2 was like a little bit better, but it still kind of feels like the tempo and the it's not quite there. And then the final interesting game I think is United Liverpool. Hey, listen, I'll never pick against my team. Period. Period. No matter like how badly we're playing or no matter how good an opposition looks, I'll I'll never pick against my team. If I'm being realistic, I think we can get away with the draw, but we are at home. I do think we can beat them. Like I do think we can beat them. Yeah, but can't bet against my team. Just trust me. When we do beat them, oh, I might have some belligerent things to say. But if we lose, make it known that my agenda will be we're still getting there. But yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a short segment. It's just me just giving my thoughts on the previous weekend and how the next week will go before the international break. From where I'm standing, a United fan, I think a few of our big players need to step up for the next game. Like I said to the manager already, he needs to pick his best side. It's as simple as that. He needs to stop playing his favorites. I'd like to see Garnacho start over Rashford. Um, but yeah, it's been your boy Labs, and this has been the Touchline Talk. What are we calling this? Like a mini episode, side episode? But I'll see you guys when I see you guys.